This is my pretty friend. She's not only pretty, but
I'm
she
single.
is... Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna say
I'm
that.
gonna rebuke this.
Wow, you really started. You have to have audacity. You have to be delusional. If you go and you Google the meaning of delusion, delusion is literally looking at your current circumstances and choosing to believe something that is contrary to what you're seeing with your eyes.
At this point, is it even a vlog if it doesn't start in this car? If it doesn't start in this car, is it a real vlog? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bax and it's absolutely fabulous meeting you. This is how 80% of the vlogs on my channel start, with me in the car putting on my favorite pair of heels, which I realized this morning when I was putting on my shoes that, you know what guys, I think at this point I need another pair of heels. Granted, gold is my favorite color, white is my favorite color, so I think I definitely will never sway outside of a clear heel and a rose gold heel, but like surely I can't wear the same heels every single day. No, I think it's time for another pair of heels. I literally only own 4 pairs of heels. One is clear, one is rose gold, the other one is rose gold but like bedazzled rose gold, and then the last pair that I own is a black pair of heels. So most of the time you'll find me wearing the bedazzled rose gold pair of heels because I love dazzle and I love rose gold. I just love it. And then if I'm not feeling the bedazzle, I'll wear the normal rose gold heels, and if I'm not feeling those, I'm probably wearing my Air Forces. But I also feel like I need to challenge myself. I need to challenge myself to switch it up and just do something outside of my comfort zone. My goal at the end of this year is to own a red pair of Steve Madden heels, and hopefully by December I can come back and say I accomplished my goal. So that's my goal: a red pair of heels, a green pair of heels, and a pink pair of heels. Because and a white pair of heels. Yeah, white, pink, green and red. I think I would absolutely smash those colors. And so yeah, people are looking at me weird because I'm sitting in the car vlogging. So let's go inside, say hi to everyone, see what's happening, and we'll chat later, I guess. By the way, so let me tell you what we're doing today. Today I am at the precinct, and basically Lerato is having an all-white gathering for women, and yeah, that's pretty much what today is all about. She invited me to be one of the speakers, which I'm slightly nervous about and slightly excited about, literally because I just peeked over to the car on my right hand side. That lady's wearing all white and she looks like she's old enough to be my mom. She did let me know in advance that it is a very varied age group of women from different walks of life, etc. And so I think I spent the entire week like trying to figure out what I'm going to say to them, what I'm going to speak to them about, because in my head I know this is like very contrarian to everything that I would like myself to be, but I can't help but feel like, OMG, they're older women. Like, what can I possibly say to an older woman? I can't tell her how to be confident because she's older. She's definitely got confidence. I can't give her any life experience because she's older. She's definitely got twice as much life experience as me. And so like, I was just going through my brain throughout this week, like, what in the world am I gonna say? And last night one of my friends was like, you really just have to calm down, stick to telling stories because that's what you love to do, that's what you're good at, and find a way to make those stories relatable to anyone and everyone from all walks of life. So that way I take the pressure off of myself to kind of like, this is why girlfriends are so important. Anyway, I take the pressure off of myself to be, impressive and just wow the old women and just provide entertainment at the very least. Basically, actually, what I do on my podcast is to just tell stories in a funny way, but at the end of every story there's sort of like a life lesson attached to it. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I have 3 main points that I want to share with the women, and point number 1 is sisterhood, the importance of sisterhood. I hate the fact that there's just this narrative that's been painted around women that we are always pit against each other and we can't support each other. And the second thing I want to speak to them about is dreaming, allowing yourself to dream and dreaming wild at that. And the very last point that I want to make in all of the stories that I'm telling is redefining failure. What success means, what failure means, reshaping that and making it constructive instead of goal-oriented, because a lot of the time if it's just about a certain accomplishment, then you don't benefit from the journey of reaching that accomplishment. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Hope it goes well. I'm very excited to hear from the other speakers as well. We're also going to be having a panel session at the end, which is low-key like, not the panel session, but you know what? We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So yeah, let me stop hiding in the car and just go inside. Oh, I need to tell you a story about what happened when I got to the security gate, but I'll tell you like later.
Okay, right shoulders, left drop. There's even a rhyme I did. Right shoulder, left drop.
And I remember stumbling so much in that venue. I usually find myself as a speaker. I like to think of myself as a speaker. I'm like, I'm going to name I can pour but I struggled to speak. I struggled to express myself, and I realized that in that journey, from that moment, the reason why I couldn't answer was because I was trying to give an answer that would impress them. I was trying to give an answer that would define what a perfect Miss Bachelorette would be. And in that moment, I realized that the most effective way to fill up spaces, and for me at this present moment, did it die?
We can still hear you.
Okay, for me in this present moment, it's pageantry. It's pageantry and the journey is pageantry. But whatever it is for you, it could be a business, it could be being a sister, it could be being a mom, being a girlfriend, being a wife. Whatever it is, the most effective way to filling up that space for you is to be who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call upon the first speaker. She is a vibrant, amazing person. It's actually her energy that brings everything to life. And for me, what amazes me about her is her creativity. I actually ponder on her page and then ask myself, how did she get to this? She is very gifted. She's a digital creator, right? Content creator. Digital content creator, Barbara.
Like, why is your name Barbara? Barbara is definitely a European middle to old age lady in the UK, someone's name. Why is your name Barbara? And I actually had a funny story that I wanted to tell you guys about someone that I met this week who had something to say about my name and like, why is your name Barbara? But on my way to this venue this morning, I get to the security gate. So then the man asked me, what is your name? So I tell him, oh, my name is Barbara. Because what I realized is if I say Barbara, some people will just say Bob and then look for Bob. Right? Like this. So I have to say Barbara and really like enunciate that it's Barbara. So he goes on the list and he's looking, he's like, hey, my sister, I'm so sorry, your name is not on the list. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how did I put my name on the list? Aren't I supposed to be speaking? What am I gonna say? And eventually the lady goes up to go look at the list. She's like, no, there's only a Barbara. There's no Barbara. And I was like, there it is again. So, but I would like for all of you to please close your eyes for a few seconds. Just a few seconds. Trust me, I'm not going to steal your bags. just rock with me, close your eyes. And I want you to think of where you would be right now if money wasn't a problem, if commitments, time, relationships, if you could take your family or the people that you want to keep anyway with you wherever, what would you be doing? What are you wearing? Because I know my wardrobe would look completely different if I had money. What are you doing? How are you spending your time? Are you working? Are you doing the same job that you are doing right now? Does it look completely different? If I told you that you are absolutely unstoppable and you could achieve anything that you wanted to, what would that thing be? If you knew you could not fail, what do you see yourself doing? Think about that. What does the air smell like where you're at? What does the food taste like? Are you still eating pap and mohodu? Or are you eating sushi every day? Now open your eyes. And I want to tell you that everything that you saw, everything that you experienced is already on the inside of you, and you're capable of doing that. I think when we grow up, a lot of us have dreams and aspirations of, this is what my life would be like if I didn't have to get a job. In fact, let me tell you a story, because that's how I do, I tell stories. My dad, growing up, used to say to me, if you put in as much time and effort into sitting around and telling people stories and laughing with your friends as you did into your studies, you'd be so much further. And I think for a lot of us, we grew up having passions and things that we are inclined to that look like a life of service. Because of commitment and the economy, you have to get up, get a job, and chase after something that isn't necessarily your heart's desire. Because that wherever you go, a queen is not defined by how much things she can accomplish with her money, how far she can get, how many designer bags she can accumulate. A queen is defined by how many people she can get seated at the table that she has been allowed to sit at. Something that my grandmother told me growing up is that right? Which in English means a person is a person only because of the village that surrounds them and the people around them that hold them up. I think every single aspect of where I am today was as a result of other people. As a result of people lending their hands, giving me equipment, saying, I believe in what you're doing, can I mentor you? Can I walk with you? Can I help you grow? And even when I think about her story, and she's like, people are just like, yes, I will help you. What do you want, a table? I will give you 7. What do you want, a venue? I will give you 10. You know, and you have so much to choose from. But the dream that you had when I made you think and visualize it, that dream will not happen without the help of an image. I was young, I didn't really know. 56. Wow, you really studied for this. If I'm saying I'm going to become a queen, that means that every single day, like Rato said, I'm looking for opportunities to learn. I'm looking for opportunities to better myself. How can I be of better service to you? How can I be more of who I was born and created to be, right? And so if that is the case, then the person that you are today is not the same person that you are 10 years ago. And I think if we put success as a goal, like my goal is to be Miss Bachelorette, right? And if I don't become Miss Bachelorette, then I'm not successful, I'm a failure. But what you miss out on is the journey. You miss out on the learning opportunities along the way. You have to have audacity. You have to be delusional. If you go and you Google the meaning of delusion, delusion is literally looking at your current circumstances and choosing to believe something that is contrary to what you're seeing with your eyes. And so what I believe from all of us sitting in this room is that even for our country, if we look at our country and the current state of our country, it is very easy for us to have a lot of very negative things to say about it. But what are you doing about it? What is the one thing that you are great at that you can use to contribute to changing the story and the narrative of the direction that our country is going in? Because for me, I could say I'm a storyteller. There's not much that I can do. But storytelling plays such an important role in nation building. Storytelling plays such an important role in building a community that actually is diverse to a point where you don't have to sit and talk about, oh, we're so diverse, because it's just normal. You don't point out things that are normal, you just live in them. How would I ever know how to care for and adequately speak into the life of a woman who maybe is a trans woman and is now navigating life as a trans woman? I would never be able to empathize with her, and I would never be able to raise her up and build in community with her if I don't take the time to hear her story, if I don't take the time to get into conversation. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends who is a first generation of Zimbabwean immigrant, right? And she was explaining to me how she came into this country, was born here, well, not came, was born in this country, and basically knows this place to be home. And for her, the saddest thing is to realize every single day that people look at her and don't think she belongs here when this is the only home that she knows. That made me break on the inside because it showed me how warped our views are of one another. And I think the more you engage in conversation, the more you start to realize how similar we actually are.
And I think the most powerful thing today and the most powerful goal that we're trying to achieve is to today is to shift perspective. Some of us, our perspective is so skewed, and it is the result of where we are today. It is just so powerful to know that it starts here. It starts here, and it starts with the lie. And it's so powerful to know that it just takes one lie. One lie to change a whole truth that has been birthed inside of you. And I remember when she was speaking and she said, imagine all those things. I know for some of us it is very difficult because we were clouded by the judgments that we have inside of us. I feel like write a letter to yourself, future self. Because the letter to yourself, the future self, is what Barbara said in Vision. Right? It might seem so impossible in that moment and seem like, what am I saying about myself? Why? Why will it feel uncomfortable? Because of the judgment living inside of you, or the perception that you have of yourself now. But write it anyway. And walk that journey in what? In reflection and changing your mind every day. In planning this event, I remember I had thousands of sleepless nights and I had to go to work the next day. And then I would shiver. I was like, yo, 9 days to go. You see on Instagram, and you're like, 9 days to go, and we're excited. And I look confident, right? Because that wasn't a feeling of confidence, that was a decision of confidence. It started in my mind. And I'm so glad to welcome you here. Beautiful Gail McGuire. Did I say that?
Yes. What is it that I'm here to do on earth? Because you're not here to go to university and get a job and pay the bills, be a rent and be born and then die. That's not how life is supposed to be. But most of the time, unfortunately, we find ourselves in that rat race where we are chasing the normal ordinance of, I'd say, life, but that's not necessarily life. You also need to know when to hang it up. When you're done serving, when your time is up, do not sit in places where you are no longer needed. Because that will undo all the wonderful work that you've done in the past, because people grow tired. And people need newness. Also, the true reflection of great impact and great leadership is being able to have somebody come up to you because you have taught them well enough to be able to assume those duties. You are not jealous of empowering somebody else to take the same position. There are so many things to do. And if you stay stagnated in whatever you feel is the peak of your life, you'll not reach new levels. So know when to hang it up in that sense of service, but also know when to hang it up in relationships. Know when to hang it up in your workplace. When it is time to leave, it is time to leave. Sometimes what you are called to do is no longer what you think you're called to do is no longer what you're called to do, because the season in your life has changed.
What do you do to keep yourself motivated and interested in your work every single day? Because you are so consistent. So what is it that you do that keeps you going all the time?
So Gabi asked that she sees the beautiful work that Barbara does, which is content creation, and she's like, the one thing that we struggle with is consistency. Love that word. How do we stay encouraged to be that consistent?
I think if I'm being very honest, it comes down to what Rata was saying about vulnerability. So I think for me personally, I've seen how being vulnerable on the internet and through the work that I'm doing, it's been able to impact people around me. Because I think the cool thing about content creation, and I want to tie it in with what she said as well, is like, it will always come with feedback. So when you put out one video, you get feedback. Put out another video, you get feedback, and the more consistent you are, the more feedback that you get, the better a creator you'll become, and that opens up opportunities. I think the Bible says that your gift will open up
rooms for you, right, and put you before kings. And the more videos you get and the better you get because of the feedback, you're able to find yourself in rooms with kings. You're able to sit at tables that you otherwise wouldn't be able to sit at. But more than that, in that feedback, you realize the amount of lives that are being changed just by you being vulnerable and you sharing your story. I think when you're vulnerable like that and when you put out your work, because I think creation, being a content creator is a very vulnerable job. Like you have worked so hard, edited this thing for 16 hours only for it to get 3 views, which is like very not not so motivating. But when you see the impact that it has on people, you 100% will wake up tomorrow and do it again.
I love that. Alignment. I think what we're getting from all of this today is alignment. Align yourself, and what I should align to is not necessarily what you need to align to. I think today we had a task to go back and just say, I need to align myself to why I was born.
The girls are eating. What are they eating? Nobody knows. But they're eating.
Healthy living.
What is it giving?
In here, we have our blueberries,
Washa?
Greek yogurt.
Washa?
Good for the Samsung. Then I think this is
Good for the what? Woman of God, be ashamed. Yo, have you ever seen so many gorgeous girls in one video? Never in your life, Sana. I'm sitting with the red lip queen, a jelly ceiling. Oh, what do you know about it? Have you ever seen gorgeous girls in your life? You haven't. Until now, you're welcome. We are done with most of the event. Right now, we're all just sitting, having breakfast, having some, maybe saying networking. Yeah, it's networking. So we're networking, just chatting, getting to know people, getting to meet people. And yeah, that's pretty much the vibe for the rest of the day. I'm probably gonna hang around here and be the last person to leave because I want to take a couple more pictures. But it's been so lovely getting to hear from everyone and meet everyone here. I think everyone is really here with the same heart, and Lerato also like carried the event with so much. I don't even know what to call it. Like she was so confident. I mean, you can feel that. Like it felt like she was in control every single moment of today, which I really was like, I need to learn so much from Lerato. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping her. Yeah, because whatever she has, I need that in my lifestyle. Batung, outfit of the day. What do you know about it?
What are you doing?
Wasteless wedding, cake and boboza. Asha, have fun.
Thank you, guys. You
Cheers.
enjoy.
Hey, you're not her father. Hey.
I am.
I quickly changed into something a little more comfortable for church. So we've got like a leadership course thing that's happening in a few minutes. We literally need to go teleport and be there in like 10 seconds.
We're on round 2. I want to turn around. Look. At church. Hello, Barbara. Hi. Look at Miley's face. She's like, It's Rendani standing. He said, I don't know, watch your stupid show. Look now.
I don't know really if I'm even his type.
She said, I don't know if I'm his type.
Ooh.
Girl, you better hope he becomes your type.
I just want to see him. I just want to feel him.
Washa.
I want to kiss him.
Ooh.
That's a good lady.
No, that's a desperate lady.
She went for that high. You guys.
Hella.
She is in love with him. What? You want a burger? What? What is wrong with my brother? I literally got my mom to agree to going to a restaurant that serves authentic ramen because my brother is obsessed with Naruto. He's obsessed with ramen. He's obsessed with 1,010 things. And now he says he feels like eating a burger. He feels like eating a burger. Why does my brother feel like eating a burger? After all the hard work I did. It's my brother's 17th birthday today, but it's also Sunday, so I'm at church. And every single week I serve... every single week, right? I serve. But every single week I don't serve at the same place. So there are two key areas that I serve in the church, and area number 1 is in the high school ministry, and area number 2 is in the guest experience, or Belong Plus, that's what we call it, but it's really just hosting and guest experience. And so I do the greeting, like welcoming people as they walk into the church, just smile and wave, start a little bit of conversation. If someone looks lonely, walk up to them, engage them in conversation, that kinds of stuff. But we are so many in that volunteer group that we split up into 3 teams, and so you only essentially serve every 3 weeks. Whereas with high school ministry, because it's more relationship based, you don't really get to like rotate or anything. I mean, yes, we rotate preaching, we rotate leading prayer and all that kinds of stuff. There's 2 services on a Sunday, and the high school ministry only happens in the 2nd service. So usually if I'm not serving at guest experience, then I'll attend the 8:30 service, which is right now, and then in the 10:30 service I'll then go to high school ministry, sit with the kids. Sometimes we do group meetings where you sit with the kids according to the grade that they're in. So I'm responsible for grade 7 to 9 girls, and that's kind of like the people that I'm building relationship with. A few grade 10s here and there, but mostly grade 7 to 9 girls, because the grade 10s of this year obviously were grade 9s last year. So yeah, anyway, that's not the point. The week after we do the squad meetings, which is the graded meetings, then we do preach. So everyone from grade 7 until matric will sit together and we'll have one person preaching. So today Kuda is preaching, I'm leading prayer, and then next week we will have the individual sessions with the kids, which is always the exciting part. I really love to sit with them and hear what they're learning as we go, and it kind of gives me the ability as a leader to be able to gauge where the kids are and what we need to be praying for and what we need to be looking at. So yeah, come with me. Let's go to church. I don't know about bringing my camera into church, but let's do it anyway. And yeah, we'll see the rest in the front.
Let's call out to God for this nation. I think in the natural we can see all the things that are wrong and the desperation. We face it every day, maybe a little bit like frogs being boiled, and we're resilient people, aren't we? We're South African, we laugh at our disasters in a way.
We do.
But there's time for the church to become indignant.
Come on.
People, let's not be angry with the politicians and these things, but let's become indignant with the enemy. Let's become angry with what the enemy has done to our nation, and what he has brought about, poverty and corruption and thieving and all these things, and murder and abuse. Let's become indignant in our hearts this morning, spirited by fasting. Did I say if we haven't met, my name is I did say.
A few weeks ago, Warren did an incredible job sharing the story of Zacchaeus and how Jesus gets us through that story. He actually says, I get all of you, and he gets all of us. And today I'm going to say a word, and to some of you, it will be like a sure word as soon as I say it. And justice. Have you ever noticed how we all have double standards?
Speak on it.
I think we all have double standards.
Not me.
Not you. Okay. I'm a big sports fan. I love sports. Basketball, soccer. Okay, that's it. But I can tell you one thing about me. If my team is losing and the ref is making calls that are not right or whatever the case is, I'm screaming. I'm like, you are wrong. The ref is wrong. And I'm like, why? That was a foul. And it's just a mess. But if it's the other way around and my team is winning, even if it's a foul, I'm like, I'll find ways to justify it. Do you see how you pushed it? No, it was his fault. It's like, that's me. I'm like, the ref should be on our side. So that's one of my little double standards. Maybe you have it. When I was back in school and we were given homework to go do homework and bring back the homework and all of that. When I did my homework, guys, I am ready to tell the teacher, homework. But when I don't do homework, it was a lot of times. I am on my knees, Jesus, please. I don't need the teacher to remember homework today. If someone cuts you off or someone is just speeding, you're like, I can't believe this person. Like, what are they doing? They are like, police, you should get this person and they deserve to be locked in. They deserve the full wrath of the law. Give them a fine, do anything. When it's you are just in a hurry to get your kids to school, right? So police, please forgive. This is me. I want to put my light bulb on there to signify what has happened in my heart. So if that's you, and you're saying yes to Jesus, I'm going to say a quick prayer with us. And I want you to be brave and walk onto the side and you grab the light and you can put it on.
That life sign that you saw on the inside, this is the high school version of the life sign. It's really cute.
You guys must see Freeman's afro. Yo. You can see more of this afro at Dancing Heart. Let me show you how it's spelled.
He said shameless plug.
Yeah, very shameful plug this one. It's hard but spelled backwards.
Wow.
Because you gotta be unique. And there's this one there.
Oh, it really is you. The ops are mad. Working as a gatekeeper. Almost got shot, Freeman. You know you're lying. You know you're lying. You know you're lying.
I'm not lying. Look, you see that car there? There's even a red
Is this to show the almost getting shot?
Yeah.
I'm going to call you up stage.
To do what?
Boma plot twist.
Just for the interactive thingy at the beginning of my
Ira interactive prichkanna. Wasaba. This is Kuda. This is our man of God. He's the pastor.
I'm not the man of God, and I'm definitely not the pastor.
He's the pastor.
I'm just a regular dude.
He's just a regular dude. That's what he claims, but he's a pastor.
Hey, please.
Kuda was touched
want that.
and anointed by, I almost said Marilyn Monroe. Dr. Monroe. Hey. This is my pretty friend. She's not only pretty, but
I'm
she
single.
Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna say that.
I'm gonna rebuke this one. She's been too keen this year.
It's going down, bro.
What's up?
Let's go.
I'm just here to
He is the pastor, right?
No, I'm not.
I told them you're the pastor.
It's cool. Hello, everybody. Good morning, officially. How are you?
Good. Are you?
I'm fine. God's word translation, it says, without prophetic vision, people run wild. And in the literal and then literal standard version says, a people is made naked without a vision. And I think when I read that one, like, is made naked, it hits so deep because naked means you're vulnerable. And not vulnerable in a good way, like I think vulnerable sharing what's on my heart, but vulnerable in the sense that you're open to attack, like you are exposed. The enemy can come in and just do whatever he wants to do, however he wants, and it's not going to be a good time for anyone watching or for anyone experiencing it. And as Craig was speaking, I'm thinking about how important it is for us as the leaders of Place to have vision, because if we don't have vision for this place, the kids are going to run wild. If we don't have vision for this place, then our ministry will be exposed and the teenagers will be exposed to things that we already have seen that they are very much exposed to and experimenting with and dabbling with. And so it's so important that we have vision, not just for the kids, but for where this ministry is going, and be able to see the tree that is in every seed that we plant. God, when he gives Abraham that promise, says to him, okay, now I want you to step outside.
look at the stars in the sky, count that, and see how many descendants you will have. Then he takes him down and says, let's go to the beach. Let's go catch him. Sorry. Wow. I couldn't resist. Right? Let's go to the beach. And he makes him count the grains of sand. Impossible, right? He takes Ezekiel. He says, yeah, look at all these dry bones. This is what we're going to turn into an army. If you look at Esther also had to get a vision. She said to the people who were about to perish, we need to go and fast for 3 days, get a vision, get a strategy from God, and implement. When you think about Joshua and Caleb, they were part of the 12 spies that went to go look at the place. But when they got there, what happened? 10 people couldn't see the vision. And only 2 people could see the tree in the seed of what God had spoken to them about that nation and what they would do.
Lord, we just pray.
Lord, we thank you for that Holy Spirit will use him as a vessel. Amen. And the second thing we're going to pray for, well, not really pray for, but we're going to speak into is to prophesy. We're going to prophesy into this place. We're going to speak what we want to see out of the kids, out of the ministry. I was actually digging on the youth page, the YouTube channel. I didn't know, like, the tagline for Blazers, youth own the front. And we, like, how many of them are here right now? Like, not many of them are here. None of them are here. And they're supposed to be the ones leading. So I want us to speak into that, speak into the leadership, speak into the gifts, that they would be fanned into flame and that we would see them serving wholeheartedly, but flourishing in the things of God.
I'm going to ask Barbara to come up.
Oh my God!
If you could invite any 5 people in the world, past generations, dead or alive, to a dinner table, who would it be?
Stephanie Ike, Michelle Obama, Yara Shahidi, Zozbini Tunzi for the vibes.
Come on!
Alright, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Give them a hand. So the reason I made this second list was because really all these people I look up to, as Barbara was saying, you know, all these people, they've achieved so much in life. All these people have really inspired me at some point in my life. And honestly, I feel like I could just learn from them and sit, you know, and really just gather so much from that moment. Simple. You talk, right?
I'm kidding.
Although this generation or our generation,
Stop that. You stop that right now.
No, especially, have you seen when ladies do that thing when they just stare at the... No, we love you guys, we love you. Keep doing your thing.
This guy hates us.
Keep doing your thing, don't worry.
I know we will. We didn't need your permission.
So I think we can go back into the Bible and see where Jesus was dining and talking with people to get a picture of what that could be like, of Jesus dining in our hearts. Okay, so I want us to look at Luke 10, 38, 42. It says, as Jesus and...
Guys, how did he preach? I just want to ask, how did he preach?
It was amazing. It was, we needed so much air conditioning. We needed to have...
So right now we are having our feedback meeting. So after the service, we usually get together. So all the volunteers here, the leaders. So essentially the same people who were at the prayer meeting in the morning. We come together, we share one red flag, so something that we see, well not a red flag, an orange flag, something that we see is a bit like, maybe we need to work on this, and then one green flag, like what went well in the prayer meeting, what went well in the preaching, what went well, just in the logistics of the service, and then plan for the next week, plan for the month because it's the end of the month, and yeah, just the plan.
I thought it was practical, which I loved. The link to inviting, like who would you invite?
Yeah, that was so good.
So you drive it yourself?
Yes, instead of like, thanks so much Freeman. And the other one. Okay, again. Cool.
Alright.
Thanks guys.
Woo!
People that you're called by your name.
Like prophetess.
They will see you here.
It is. It's not easy. It's not easy. So Jesse's been taking selfies. Yo. Jesse's been taking selfies. Look at this.
But fine, better talk here.
Yes. This is the selfie. So if you don't know what Jesse looks like, this is what he looks like.
I'm tired. Sick and tired.
Guys, this is my squad at church.
So I'm at the Mall of Africa now. We are currently, we're just about to have lunch for my brother's 17th birthday. I'm super excited.
am tired. Let me not say I'm super excited. I'm just tired, guys. If I'm being completely honest, I'm exhausted. I am tired. I just want to go home and nap. And then Tejo asked me if I want to go to SNL tonight. So SNL is our young adults meeting. SNL stands for Sunday Night Live. And usually I'm her ride home if she goes to the evening service, because she doesn't have anyone that can take her home. But also paying an Uber home doesn't make sense when there are people that live on the way. Why is everybody wearing white? Why didn't you guys tell me this was the dress code? OMG. Hello.
That's so lovely.
At the corner. I like the waterfall one, not this one. I would have actually been happy to go to Live Brand Cafe. This is my cousin. It runs in the family.
Must not confuse.
It's not easy, but someone's to do.
How am I? I must confuse a fork. Okay, let's see.
You know what it tastes like? Liver spread. Balloon.
I remember the aftertaste.
Yes.
Oh my god.
High five. I'll take the second glass of your mojito. You're welcome.
I'll help you with that. But it'll be a team effort.
That's why I asked for the second glass. I didn't ask for you. Do I want to taste?
It's
yes,
so
Nana,
nice.
I will taste.
It's so nice.
Wow, Momo. This is so delicious.
It's so unbelievable.
It's so amazing.
Why didn't you tell me to
Why
order
didn't you
a
tell me? I would have got this milkshake.
Next time.
Next time you must. You can order it for all of us. Who's gonna pay? On you. Thank you, Momo. Thanks, dear. Takufuguleta drink ibile ya milk. Takisa kwa. Takutuse nana. Wena. Mama. Telaka molegino.
I'm white.
Your own Red Bull. But I ordered Red Bull.
I still missing on Red Bull. Red Bull is not very stuff.
But I need it because I live the life of a rock star.
It's not very basic.
Okay. I went to that thing and then after that I went to church.
What was that thing? That looked nice.
It was all white. Yabasadi. Yabanyana.
Discrimination. We are forever being discriminated like this.
It's really nice.
It's fine, yes, it's very fine.
We must do it.
I agree.
Let me show you guys something. This is what I call balance. You eat this, then you see balance. You want what? Some vegetables. You want some vegetables, Momo? Wow. That one is so nice. In South Africa last year, it's Lalela. Kyole. Oh, nah.
The one in the gym.
With the weave. Come He doesn't care. And she keeps kissing me.
You will know.
I just want your attention. She's literally been singing, birthday boy, birthday boy.
Did you sing for Uncle Neo?
Hi, Nana. Hi. How are you, my angel?
I'm fine.
Why commander?
Where's my fork now?
That's a really good.
I'm going to take a picture of all the